Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Tailoring. So in this video I'm going to be showing you guys the perfect, easiest and the simplest way to cut a corset. So I've been receiving many comments that how much does it cost to subscribe to a YouTube channel. Actually it costs nothing and it takes you nothing to subscribe. So you can just subscribe now and you can do that in less than 5 seconds. You can just subscribe. Under this video there is a waiting word in red, subscribe. Once you click on it, it changes to a gray color and you have subscribed. And you can go further by clicking on the notification bell beside the subscribe. And once you've done that, you'll be notified whenever I drop a new video. So let's get started to our corset. So the first thing you have to do is to take the length. So most corsets stop on the waistline, that is from the shoulder to where the waist starts from. So our waistline here is 19, so I'm going to mark 19 by this side, come to this side, mark 19. Corset is mostly cut on paper before cutting on the fabric. In fact, you can't cut it direct on your fabric. So we are going to be using paper. After the paper, we will cut on the fabric. We use the paper to cut the fabric. So this is 19. To get the measurement of the paper that will be enough for you to cut your corset, you are just to divide the bust by 4, and whatever the result is, add the minimum you should add is 5 inches. And once you add 5 inches to it, the paper will be enough. For me, the bust is 36, so I divide 36 by 4 and I got 9, so I added to it. So you have to add 4 or 5 to the measurement after dividing by 4. So the next thing is the shoulder. My shoulder here is 16, so I divided it by 2, which is 8. After getting 8, I go down around the shoulder side by 1 inch. So the neck width I want to be using is 3.5, so I mark 3.5. So I connect slantly from the shoulder to the 3.5. So I've connected that. The next thing, I want to be going to the under bust. The under bust is 13 inches, and the half length, which is from the shoulder to immediately under the bust, is 13 inches. So I'm going to mark it all through 13 inches. After that, I'll be going to the chest line. So the chest line is 6 inches. So this chest line simply means from the shoulder to where the cup, to where the breast starts from, not the cup, to where the breast starts from. So it's 6 inches. In order to get accurate measurement for this side, so I'll shift my tape rule upward, so I know what to mark this with. But this is the shoulder. Here is 6, so the chest line is 6. So we are done with the length, the chest line, and the under bust line. The next thing is the nipple point line. So the nipple point, we are going to be dividing from the chest line to the under bust by 2 to get the nipple point. So here, from the chest line to the under bust is 6.5, and if we divide that by 2, we are going to get 3.25. So this 3.25, we are going to mark 3.25. 0.25, and after that I'm going to connect. So now I've done with all the horizontal lines. So now we have to move to the vertical lines. So the next point here is the distance between the nipples. So the distance is 7 inches. So we are going to divide 7 inches by 2, and that will give us 3.5, and we add just little to it. So I'm going to be adding 0.25 to it, which will make it quarter to 4, and I'm going to mark it all through. So after marking all through, I will connect them with my ruler. These are the vertical lines. So from this point, this is the distance between the nipple points. Remember, we folded this paper into 2. It is folded into 2. So the next thing is to take out the dart. So we are going to be taking out 1 inch from at this side and 1 inch also at this side, making it 2 inches dart. So we are taking out 2 inches dart. I'm going to connect these 2 inches to the under bust. So first let me take out 1 inch from this side, 1 inch also. So I'm going to connect from this side. After connecting like this, so the next thing I'm going to connect from this under bust straight to the nipple point. We've done the connecting, and we are also going to take 1 inch and that by the both side. We are taking it out. So we have 1 inch, 1 inch. Then we connect. The next thing is to also take 1 inch that out of this side. So we connect straight from this side. So we are done with the dart. The next thing is to move to the bust measurement. So the bust is 36. I divided 36 by 4 and I got 9. So this 9. So after getting 9, I'm not just going to mark. I'm going to add this 2 inches allowance I took out. So I'm going to add it 2 point plus 9. It give me 11. After getting 11, I'm going to add my same allowance, my sewing allowance. So I'll be adding 1 inch to it, making it 12. So I'm going to mark 12 by this side. Come down and mark 12 also. So for the under bust measurement is 30. So I divided 30 by 4 and that gave me 7.5. I added these 2 inches allowance, making it 9.5. Then 1 inch sewing allowance, making it 10.5. So I mark 10.5. So I'm going to connect from this point to this, from this point to this. The last thing is the waist measurement. So the waist measurement is 32. So dividing 32 by 4 got um, got 8. Adding 2 inches allowance, making it 10. then the 1 inch sewing allowance, making it 11. So 11 by the waistline and the waistline, and then to connect from the under bust to the waistline. So we are going to move to the armhole. Getting the armhole, you have to divide the bust by 6 inches, and whatever the result is, you are going to add 1.5 to it. So dividing the bust 36 by 6, I'll be getting 36 divided by 6 is 6. Then after getting 6, we have to add 1.5 to it, so making it 7.5. So the armhole length is 7.5, which we are going to mark also 7.5. So this is the armhole length. So after getting that, we are going to measure the same 8 we measured around this, and for the shoulder we are going to measure it at this side 8 inches, 8 inches, and we connect it straight. We connect them together. After connecting them together, we take at the middle of the armhole, which is 7.5, the middle is 3.75. So at 3.75, you are going to take ½ inch inward, and we connect slantly. So we connect slantly. So now we are just going to mark with the French curve. And this is the armhole. So this is the armhole. Remember, this is the yoke. So after we're done with this, we are moving to the getting the cup, shipping the cup out. So the first thing to do before using, because you are going to be using this cup to cut out the cup, we are to measure the cup round, because we need the middle of the cup. We are going to measure it round, starting from this point to this point. It's 10.5. So the middle will be 5.25 if we divide by 2. 5.25. So getting this as the middle, we are just going to place it at the under bust. But because I want the cup to pack the breast, I want the breast to shoot up, to point up, so I'm going to take my under bust upward by 1 inches. So my cup is going to be starting from this point. So my cup will be starting from this point. If I put the middle of the cup at the middle here, after sewing the dart together, after joining it, the cup is not going to is not going to fit in this point, the space anymore. So I'm going to shift the middle of the cup towards this side, then mark, and this will be the distance between the two cups. So I mark to this point, then shift this point also to this side. Then mark. So we can mark towards this side. and come back to this point, mark also to this side. This space might be too big for this cup, but after joining the dart, sewing the dart together, it will be perfectly okay for the cup. So the next thing is to blend and take out the yoke. So from this distance of this chest line to this cup is the amount of cleavage that will be showing. We just want little. That's why we adjusted the cup upward by 1 inch. So this is the corset, and we are going to be cutting now. So we are going to take out the yoke. Take out the cup. So this is it. As you can see now, it fits perfectly in it. So we are in. These are what we are going to be using to cut the fabric. This is the center front, the side front, and the yoke. So we are not going to use this to cut the fabric that we will be placing on the cup. Instead, we are going to use the cup itself to get it, and so by that we are going to be putting this masking tape on the cup all through. So after gumming the marking tape on it, you have to mark round inward like this. So we are just tracing the cup here. So after tracing the cup, we mark it like this. So before taking it out, you can just label 1, 2, and 3. So this is it. From this point, we can remove the masking tape from the cup. Together, we want all the tape to come out together. So now we can cut. After cutting it, now we can go back and trace the shape of the cup we marked inward. And this is it. So this is what we are going to be using to cut the fabric that we are going to place on the cup. So cutting this with the fabric, you are just going to leave half an inch around as the sewing allowance to join them together before placing on the cup. And also for this, placing all this on the fabric, you are going to be leaving half an inch around. You can divide this side, also divide the middle. So these are the center front, and these are the side front, and this is the yoke. And these are the cups. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, click on the notification bell so you get notified once I drop a video showing how to cut the fabric with this pattern and how to sew it. Thank you.